Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the third installment of our niche foundation series, the series that I am doing with my friend Abby Bliss White here on YouTube. And I'm so excited, you guys, because today we are going to be discussing one of my very favorite foundations currently and for nearly the entire last year. And that is the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Stick. So what I wanted to do today, even though this is a foundation video, is I'm gonna demo the foundation and I'm gonna be doing swatching since I do have 5 shades that I can swatch for you. Now, I'm hoping that you will visit Abby and check out her video. She does have rosacea, she has sensitive skin, and she'll just have a really good perspective on this foundation as well. I'm gonna link her video in the description box as always, and definitely tell her I said hello when you get there. Now, a little bit about my skin is I'm 45 years old, I have dry, dehydrated skin, and you know, I'm battling all the normal stuff that we are as we're aging. I definitely have sun damage. I have melasma that I kind of have in check. I have circles under my eyes that are constantly plaguing me. And you know, I've got all of those kind of issues going on, but also I really believe that inflammation is a problem when it comes to melasma and it comes to a lot of our aging issues. And this foundation overall, I think one of my favorite things about it is that it's anti-inflammatory. It has ingredients in it that help address inflammation. And I think that's probably what makes me love it the most. Now, the other thing that is interesting to note about this foundation is that it does have coconut oil. And I've tried other foundations that have coconut oil and have had no success, have broken out, and I never break out. This foundation has never caused me to break out. In fact, it actually makes my skin feel better for wearing it. When I take it off, I definitely feel like my skin was pampered while it was on my skin. And that's amazing for foundation. The packaging looks like this. It is in a stick form. And I just think it's the most minimal, beautiful. I think the foundation packaging is classy as they come. Now it looks like this. If you're someone who appreciates beautiful packaging, the Westman Atelier is engraved in the cap. It's seriously just, it's just luxury. And this is wonderful. You can hear it. It's magnetized. I love the packaging so much. I just think that it is understated luxury. It's beautiful. Now, you do get about 1/3 of an ounce in here, but it goes forever. The very first tube that I bought last July, I believe, I still have it and I do use it all the time. Even if I wear another foundation, a lot of times I will touch up with my Westman Atelier during the day. I will use it as a concealer during the day. I mean, I have one of these tubes in my purse all the time. There are 12 shades of this foundation. It starts at 0, which is kind of a very light English rose, if you will, and it goes to 11. In the beginning, I believe there was only 8, and so she has added some lighter and she has added some darker. The cool thing is there are samples, so if you call Barney's, they will send you a sample, and I think that that's a fantastic way to try out this foundation. So today, I'm actually going to be using the colors number 3 and number 5. 5 is actually far too dark for me, but we're going to go with it because it marries with your skin so well that you can completely get away with that. And I'm swiping. I started out doing this way when I first bought this foundation. And then I went to where I was pulling it with a brush from it. I've done it all kinds of different ways and they all work. They all work just fine. So that was number 5. And then I'm going to go in with number 3. You can see how 3 is just a touch darker or lighter. Sorry. Number 3 is a touch lighter. Because this foundation is so fantastic for travel, I broke out in love my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation brush. This is such a little brush that it's literally perfect for traveling with this foundation. So I'm going to be using this little brush today to buff this into my skin. And you guys, it just buffs in so fast, so easy. I mean, do you see? See how fast that is? And seriously, number 5, which I'm going to do better swatches. I'll swatch on my arm, you guys. Number 5 is too dark for me, but I can totally pull it off because of the way that this foundation just melds with your skin. It kind of makes it believable, like it's your skin. I love it so much. I will say this is not a super long wearing foundation, but it's so fantastic touched up. So you can definitely carry it with you and touch up without looking like you added a bunch of extra makeup. You just look like you refreshed your face. It's really fantastic for that. I love to go in with the Sephora. This is the Pro Press Full Coverage number 67 brush. And it is a very densely packed concealer brush. And I want to show you the size if you can kind of get an idea. This brush is great with this foundation. And I take the brush and I just go like this. And I can do this all day long. The ingredients in this foundation are really fantastic for fatigue. They make you look more hydrated. It's got camellia seed oil, the coconut seed oil. The blushes have organic jojoba oil in them. All these really fantastic skin-loving ingredients that I just feel really good putting them on my face. I feel like it's not necessarily skincare, but it is definitely comfort care in makeup. So you can see it worked as a concealer. Okay, so let's do a little bit of swatching. Starting with number 2. Number 2 looks like this. And number 2 is, the way they describe it is medium fair, warm beige undertone. So go like that. I think that 2 would be great for NC 20s, maybe even NC 18, 20 in that area. Now, color number 3, they describe as medium warm with a golden undertone, and that's exactly what it is. So you can kind of see the jump in color from 2 to 3. 3 is definitely your medium golden shade. It would go well with NC 23 to 25, on the lighter side of 25, I would say. And it's just got that beautiful golden undertone. Now, number 4 is where it gets tricky. I think a lot of people think that if 3 is too light for them, that they should jump to 4. I do think that 4 is the undertone that is a little bit trickier. It's definitely peachy. And it almost pulls a little bit cool, you guys. If you can see how, this is number 4, if you can see how it's darker, but it has that kind of coolness to it. It's the one that honestly I grab for the least because it doesn't quite jive with my skin tone. So if you're more of a peachy undertone, 4 might be good. And then let's move to 5. And it's a medium tan. They call it medium tan golden undertone, and you can really see, I think then you can really see how these 2 shades kind of have that same undertone, but that 4 doesn't. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys just watched me put on 3 and 5 onto my face. I'm gonna also swatch for you the color number 8, because I have this handy little card that you can get from Barney's, and it contains colors 3, 5, and 8. So it would be a great way to see. And actually there's quite a bit in this little sample card. Okay, and there is number 8. 8 is described as a tawny warm with a neutral undertone. And I can see that, but I have to say that to me, it does look like it leans peachy cool, if you ask me, on 8. The next Westman Atelier product that we're going to talk about really quickly is called Biscuit, and this is their contour stick. Now, I just want to share it with you guys so that you can see it. It is a very cool toned contour stick. It contains organic jojoba seed oil. It also contains an ingredient that helps to absorb excess oil. So it's just beautiful on the skin. It really sits like skin. And because of the undertone, it is a fantastic contour stick. The Lit. Now, this is kind of an iridescent glossy finish highlighter. And it almost just looks like a clear balm, but it definitely comes across with sort of a pinky purple iridescence. Beautiful on the tops of the cheeks. Definitely helps you look more hydrated and just youthful. It's a beautiful product. It is not the kind of thing that's going to be shimmer. You're going to see it from the heavens, but it's definitely going to give your skin more of that dewy look. This is also really fantastic used underneath the foundation. If you are extremely dry and dehydrated, you can actually apply this to the high points of your cheeks or places that you find that you're extra, you lack luster, and then you could put the foundation on. I've done that before and it's absolutely beautiful. The blushes. There are 4 shades. I am going to start with the color Minette. This is a luminous peachy shade, and it is the lightest shade of the blush offerings. Guys, this is the most beautiful springtime peachy shade. This is the only shade of the blushes that does have a shimmer. It has kind of a golden shimmer, but it is super finely milled. You almost can't see it. The next shade that I will swatch is Doo Doo. This is Doo Doo. Next will be Petal. This was the first one that I purchased, and I feel like it's kind of a dusty pink. Really, really pretty. And then my absolute favorite of the moment is Pop It. I shared this recently. I just think it's a gorgeous pop of pink. Just absolutely beautiful. So those are the 4 blush shades, you guys. There is Minette, Doo Doo or Dodo, Petal, and Pop It. So pretty. So the way that I do my makeup with the Westman Atelier line is I typically do my foundation first, and then I go in with the bronzer. This is a matte terracotta true bronzer. And I love to do a little bit on my forehead, and then I do a little here. And I just try to keep it a light hand. Just gives a nice sun-kissed warmth to the skin. I love to do that. And then I go in with my Phytosphingosine. This is the Superloaded Highlighter. Besides the foundation, this is definitely my favorite product from the entire line, and you will soon see. I mean, I have a backup and I use this every single day. It is a bronze peach highlighter. It smells like coconut loveliness, and it is just gorgeous on the skin. The way that I apply this is with a damp beauty blender, and I have tried it with brushes. I've tried it with my fingers so many different ways, and I just love it with the beauty blender. I just pounce that into the compact, get some on my beauty blender, and I hit my cheeks. And then what's left on my beauty blender, I go and I hit up here, and it's just, it leaves you looking so hydrated and just really radiant. It's a beautiful color. I then am going back in with my Pop It, the bright blush, and I'm literally just putting it back here, just a little bit, and I'm just patting that out just to get a little extra flush. And I feel like as long as I keep this blush back further on my cheeks, I run less of a risk of looking too clowny or, having too much blush on kind of thing. And I feel like it kind of draws, your eye up a little lift, which we can all use, right? So I'm going to finish my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I have finished my makeup, and I just want to give you some final thoughts on this fantastic foundation. Anti-inflammatory properties in this foundation, just really a skin-loving, hydrating, anti-inflammatory foundation. I think that if you suffer from redness and you kind of have sensitivities, that this foundation may be really a great foundation for your skin. I find it to be extremely comforting, extremely hydrating, and it really helps to retain that hydration of my skincare throughout the day. I've never had a foundation that is better at reapplication and looking fresh by adding a little bit more throughout the day. I definitely love it for that. If you've tried this foundation, definitely comment down below. I would be curious. If you need any more help with swatching, I'm happy to try and swatch this next to some other foundations that I own to help you find the right shade. Hopefully these swatches helped you out a little bit if you are in you know, online shopping for this, because I know that that can be tough. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a fantastic day. I hope that you will check out Abby's video, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon.